Hello, Brick Dark here. Today I'm reviewing the LEGO Harry Potter The Prisoner of Azkaban Expecto Patronum set, which has 4 minifigures, 121 pieces, and retails for $20 in the United States. He is the only exclusive minifigure of the set, which is Sirius Black. This is, I think, the second time we've gotten him, because we got one maybe back in like 2005 or something, so they very clearly have been able to update it with 14 years. So you can see the prisoner outfit he has some tears in it, which is really nice. Now, one thing I'm not a big fan of is you can kind of see some tattoos right there. That's supposed to be his skin. You can very clearly see there's a big difference between the flesh tone and, I guess, desaturated would be the right word. But that's just kind of something that happens when they print lighter colors on darker headpieces. However, I think this is okay for the scene because Sirius is very pale in this scene. He does have Old Man Luke's hair in a nice brown, which is only the second color it's coming. On one side he has an angry face, and on the other side he has a caring face. And overall, just a very nice exclusive figure for a small little $20 set. So here's Harry Potter. This version with the mid-legs comes in, I think, the Night Bus and maybe Hagrid's Hut, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this is the cheapest way to get this version with the mid-legs. And he does have some tan mid-legs, which are pretty nice. If you don't know what mid-legs are, they're essentially short legs that are posable. They introduced them with the first Harry Potter CMF, and we'll be getting a second one later this year. He does use the new wand piece, which looks very nice. You can even position it like this, so you could have him casting the spell. Not a too complicated choice of print. It is accurate to the scene, which is nice. You can see kind of on the back, there's a little tiny bit of printing. He still does use the first 2-use hairpiece, which is a new hair that highlights the scar. You can just about see right there. On one side he has a determined look, and on the other side he has just a cheerful smile, which is pretty nice. Makes the figure pretty complete. The Dementor, and you do get 2 of them in this set, and this design only comes in this set and the Hogwarts Express set, which was $80, so this was a much nicer way to get the figure, and they've done a much better job than they did with, I think, back in 2003 or 4 or whenever. You can see they have this very creepy face, which is aided by the older hood piece. I think the older hood piece does work better than the newer one, just covers their face a bit more. You can see they just have a very torn up body that looks like it's melting. They do use the tattooed cape, which is the older style material. There's no back torso printing. But there is this, they use this ghost piece in a black and translucent, which I don't think comes in too many sets. And overall, just a very, very nice figure. And you could probably buy multiples of this set to get multiples of the Dementors, though I would not recommend doing that. Again, you do get 2 of these in the set. One of, I think, the most interesting parts of the set is the new Stag Patronus piece, which is probably the reason why this is $20 and not $15. This is a really intricate design. You can see the nice sparkle glitter thing they do with some Friends sets, and it just looks really good. You do have these antlers, which are like a rubber, so these could rip off if you give this a kid and you give it a long enough amount of time. Now there is a brick in the middle, which does have some more of that nice translucent printing. However, the 1x2 tile at the top does not have that sparkly design, but still, this is a very cool figure, and I'm glad that we're getting more Patronuses this year. And we've never gotten a Stag before in LEGO, so hopefully they remake this piece in City or something in a people pack. But that's it for the figures of the set. Let's take a look at the actual build. So the build for the set is kind of interesting. It's just some trees and the beach by the lake, which you can use to recreate the scene. So if we take a look at this first main tree with the beach, you just have these very interesting tree builds where they use a lot of these olive green smaller leaf pieces. And you can see kind of in the back, you have a propeller piece, which they use. And these trees are just an interesting build. Usually in something else, they would just be pretty blocky. But these are very interesting trees, and they make for some pretty memorable trees. You can have Sirius laying down against the rock, like he is in the scene. Just have some bigger plates to recreate the forest and the water. Nothing too much going on underneath. Now if we move that off to the side and bring in the second tree, it's a very similar design to this first tree, but it is on its own little area. And what you can do is you can place these across from each other and recreate the scene where, because in context of the scene, Harry time travels to save himself and Sirius. And you do have a stud shooter, which can shoot off the Patronus spell. That is just a normal 1x1 stud. On this very nice piece, which has more of those sparkles, the stud shooter does look pretty weird when you don't have the Patronus in, but it's very easy to remove. And the tree can look pretty normal. Again, these trees are a very interesting build. And our level of detail you wouldn't see from some other themes. Anyways, that's about it for the physical stuff included in the box. Let's take a look at the instructions in the box and other stuff. The box for this is kind of an interesting box. It's smaller than I thought it was. It's in the style of something like the duel on Starkiller base with the duel on Mustafa, but I think the box is a little bit thinner because it's a very, very thin box. You can see it just has the Wizarding World thing in the corner. Hopefully we don't get any more Fantastic Beasts sets. I'm sorry, I do not care for that franchise. I just want Harry Potter sets. Just devote all the time and money to more Harry Potter sets of this quality, please. That'd be very appreciated. Instructions are pretty standard. They have the win ad, and they do have an ad for some of the other sets, but they make it very clear that these are limited availability, which I find very puzzling because they never do this for any other theme. I still need to get Hagrid's Hut and the Clock Tower, as well as, they don't show it here, but the Graveyard Battle. Hopefully I can get those somewhat soonish, because I've gotten really back into Harry Potter. These new sets, the 2020 sets, have gotten me really excited, and I've decided I need to pick up these old 2019 sets, because I missed out on basically all of them. So overall, the Expecto Patronum set is a pretty interesting set. It serves as a gateway, I feel like, to getting the more expensive Harry Potter sets, like the Hogwarts and stuff. But it also does add on nicely if you do have the other Hogwarts sets like I do. It can help expand the Forbidden Forest. It does recreate a pretty iconic scene, probably the most iconic scene from Prisoner of Azkaban, which is a somewhat forgettable movie. I don't know, I haven't seen it in a while. And just the level of detail, like, you would not really see the Expecto, the Stag Patronus, molded just with this level of quality in some other themes. And they've really just gone all out in these last couple of years of Harry Potter, and I have to say, I am loving it. So, I would give this set an 8 out of 10. It's a good way to recreate a scene, and it's an easy gateway into getting some of the other LEGO Harry Potter sets. However, unless you really like Prisoner of Azkaban, or you want to expand the Hogwarts section, this is not like a set you need to buy if you're just a casual Harry Potter fan. I think you'll still enjoy it, but it's not the kind of set that I think you need to buy. Anyways, that's it for this video. See you guys later. Peace.